The magician takes a completely shuffled deck of cards, and to demonstrate that, he even shuffles it in front of the spectator. Then he takes the first 3 cards on top of the deck and shows them to the spectator. The cards that the magician picked are the 1, the 2, and the 3 of hearts. First, he picks the 3 of hearts and he places on the table. Then he picks the 2 of hearts and he places on the table. At the end, only 1 card remains, the ace of hearts, and he places on top of the deck. Then he takes the card on top and puts it at the bottom of the deck. But by simply pressing a button on the cards, the ace jumps back on top. Then he takes the 2 of hearts and he places on top. But by simply pressing the other button, the card jumps immediately on the bottom. Then he splits the deck in 2 portions and he places the 3 of hearts on top of one of the 2 piles. This time he presses the 2 buttons of each of the 2 piles at the same time. And the 3 of hearts magically jumps from one pile to the other. The spectator is completely fooled and has no idea how the magician did it.
In the performance, I used a normal deck of playing cards, and that is the only thing you need to do the trick. In order to do it, you need a small setup. Take the ace, the 2 and the 3 of hearts, and a random card out of the deck. In this case, the random card is the king of spades. Then take the ace, the 2, the 3, and the random card in the order I told you. Be careful, if you place the cards in another order, the trick won't work. Then take the small setup and place it on top of the deck. If you have followed the steps correctly, your deck should look like this. The setup is completed. Now we start with the real trick. First of all, you have to separate the small setup from the rest of the deck. To do so, you have to cut the first 4 cards, but you have to make the spectator believe that you cut only 3 cards. If he realizes that you took 4 cards instead of 3, the trick is immediately ruined. In this part, with the excuse of showing him the cards that you will use, you reinforce the idea in the viewer that the cards are 3 and not 4. To give this illusion, I used the double lift. To do a double lift is really easy. You just have to flip 2 cards as if they were 1. The first times it won't be good, but if you practice a little, this move will become undetectable. As you can see, in this case, the spectator thinks that the card on top is the 2 of hearts, but in reality, the 2 is the second card, and the top card is the 3 of hearts. At the end, you are left with 2 cards, but you have to show only the ace at the bottom and act as if they were only 1 card. After you showed it, place the 2 cards on top of the deck. Take the first card that the spectator thinks is the ace and put it on the bottom of the deck. To give the idea of the elevator, press one of the circles in the card as if they were buttons, and the ace will jump on top. Then take the 3 of hearts that the spectator thinks is the 2 and put it on top. Press the other button and the 2 will go on the bottom of the deck. The trick is almost done. You have to split the deck in 2 portions and place the random card on the portion where there isn't the 3 of hearts. More simply, you have to place the random card in the bottom portion because the 3 will be in the top 1. In this case, instead of pressing 1 button, I pressed both, but you can choose as you want. This is the last step that you have to follow to realize this beautiful trick. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments. Bye, see you in the next one.